Welcome back to Keep On Collecting, everyone. Well, today I got something extremely special. I waited a year for this, and that's Star Wars Hasbro Haslab Razor Crest from the Mandalorian. Now, originally when this came out, you had to pre-order online. I saw it online and thought, yeah, I'll come back to that. Got back to it in a day, and they were already pre-sold out. But about 6 months later, someone had dropped out of their pre-order, and they were Zing, which is a pop culture store here in Australia. They rang me up and said, do you still want this Razor Crest? And I ran straight up there and secured it. So let's get into it. I believe there's quite a lot in this, and it's so heavy. It's very heavy. So I'll get it out of the box first, and we'll go from there.
And here it is out of the box. Just look at that. It's got that classic vintage Star Wars look. And so let's have a closer look. Star Wars, the Mandalorian, the Razor Crest. And we can see there we've got the Mandalorian on the front. We've got little Grogu. We have Quill, I think his name is, and IG-11, which is a droid that looks like IG-88. It's got that classic Kenner logo on there. A little includes the 3 figures there. So I think the Mandalorian's loose and the other 2 are carded, but we'll check that out. We'll turn it around and we'll have a look at the back. On the back of the box, it's got like a drawn picture of the front. And a lot of these big Star Wars vehicles in the day had this sort of like just drawn outline picture on the back. Lovely. So on the side of the box, it's got the Mandalorian Razor Crest name. Some images of, looks like the interior view on the Razor Crest, which you'll see soon. On the side, it's just the picture of the Razor Crest in flight mode. And at the bottom of the box, which is what's showing it upside down, but it's the Razor Crest with all the bits and pieces removed. So let's open up and start to put it together.
Alright, so we'll start to open up this very, very carefully. I've got my trusty little scalpel here. Slide that open. There we go. I mean, you don't want to destroy the box. The box is half of the sort of thing having it is having that box for display. It looks like it's going to be easy to get it out. So what I might do is come back to it and show it out of the box. Alright, so gotten it out of the outside box. It comes with a set of instructions there, as you can see. Obviously there's a lot to do. Even in the outside of the shipping container here, there is little bits and pieces, so I'll just cut that and remove them. There we go. Oh, got the, looks like the ones from in the carbonite. So, turn around, there we go. So that was in the outside of the shipper. We got here some, looks like the landing gear. Gear. Take them out. So we turn it over, and it looks like this is the display base. So apparently you can have the Razor Crest either on its landing gear displayed, or you take the landing gear out and it goes on this display base. So it comes with this beautiful display base with the Mandalorian logo written on it. So, stuffing in there. So it looks like a matter of just lifting it up. Now, I've taken all the tape off, so let's see if we can get this up without dropping anything. And I might have it upside down actually, but sorry about that. Just dropped a piece of plastic. It's alright, it's all good. Put that up there. I might have got this upside down. It's all good. There we go. So that's the top foam off. What did I drop? Looks like that's for the stand. That's for the stand. So apparently in flight mode you can put this in the stand. Just slides in like that. And the other one here. Got that in the right way. Yeah. So there's a stand there that it'll sit on. So we'll put that to the side first. Here we go. We've got some guns. Some guns there. Guns. Looks like some little bits and pieces there for the figure. Some more figures in the carbonite. I'm gonna run out of room here on the table. Side. We've got the loose Mando. We'll get him out soon. And what else we got? Well, we got, oh, look at that. One of the engines. Beautiful. Second engine. Oh, and I dropped another bit. There's lots of bits and pieces on this that they got covers and things like that that cover over the engine, and I'm just dropping them anywhere. And they come with two carded figures, which see, come up closer for this. It comes with a it's the Off-World Jawa Elder. That one. Down the back it's got Haslab up the top there. It says number 2. And some things about the Jawas there are written on the back. And the second one, or which is the first one really, is Grogu, the Razor Crest one. Now this one's a little different to the one they've issued. This one's got like a chromed cradle there. As you can see, it's sort of chromed. So Grogu, and it's got Haslab number 1 on the back there, and it's got the Mandalorian with Grogu. So these ones, I'm not going to take out because the figure that came with it, the Mandalorian itself, is loose. So what I'm going to do is I've got another Grogu there in the white cradle, and I'll take that one off card, keep this one on card, and I'll open up another one to display with it. So I'll put them to the side. They'll have to go into some star cases, which are plastic cases like this. Plastic cases like this that protect the Star Wars figures, especially the more expensive ones. Now the piece de resistance. Ooh. Oh gosh, this is heavy. That's one heavy piece of plastic. Let's get this out of the way. Put that down there. This is up. Jeez. Oh gosh. looks like I've got it upside down, which might be good. So we'll put the landing gear in first. Let's have a look. And I can stand it up. Oh, I actually got around the way to do it. So that slides open for the landing gear. These pop up. Now I remember seeing someone else doing a review on this, and these they got a lot of, as you can see, they've got a lot of panels and things like that where you put them in, and a lot of panels come off. So I'll just put these landing gear in and spin it upside down, and we'll start again from there. The landing gear's in. They just clipped in underneath. They opened up. There was a little panel here that slid open. Same with the top, the side there, little panels slide open. Now they say to put in some. They got these little side cannons, and they just clip in. One and two. The side cannons. I've actually put them in upside down. How silly can I be? One. That's the right way up. I mean, I've got my glasses on as well, and I still put them upside down. So they're in the right way now. Then we got the side engines, those big engines that came out. Let's have a look. Before I put them on, I'll just show you this detail that they got on these. They've got some engine detail here. I mean, you won't actually end up seeing that. That sort of like all just slips in. It's very good. They've just got all this engine. I mean, you could have it where you scenario where you've taken the engine off and the little Jawas are working on them and things like that. But they just slip in. One. And the second one. And then spin it around and show you the size of this beast. Click, click. That goes on there. There we go, that's clipped on now. So, I'll just show you the size of this beast. Look at it. Look at that. And I just dropped the instructions, but this is a monster. Look at the size of it. Absolutely huge. I mean, where am I going to put that? Well, I have got a spot up here I've cleared off for it, so hopefully it'll sit up there nicely. So let's have a look at a few of the features here. I wish I had Matt with me because I definitely need a hand. Alright, looks like the canopy here, the front of the ship, just comes off, lifts up, and you put that aside, and you can get your Mandalorian that came with it. He's very well articulated actually. He can bend his legs and things like that, so that's pretty good. And he comes with weapons, so he came with his little blaster there, and he's that classic blaster rifle with that little point on the end. Looks like a tuning fork. and his little jet backpack, which you can't really put on if you're putting him in the seat. So we'll put him in the seat. Comes with a little basket in there for Grogu, which I'll show all this out there closer at the end there. And he just sits in the, hopefully, but he does fit in there. And we can put his blaster and weapons in later. And then the cockpit just goes back on. It's got a little door there actually, but the door doesn't open up. It would have been nice if the door opened up and you could actually put the figure through. And the canopy just slides back up and drops down there, and the Mandalorian's in his cockpit. This ship has a lot of detail and features here. So up the top here we have the section there which is an escape hatch, and so this top bit comes off, and this is the Mandalorian's little escape ship, and it opens up. There we go. It opens up and you can put the Mandalorian inside there. And this is his little escape pod or escape ship. So, very, very well done. Clips back together, and look at the detail in there that they've done there for this. So, I mean, unless you have that open so you can see it, you wouldn't see that sort of elaborate detail. But the escape pod goes in there. But I was just looking and I go, how would he get to the escape pod? I mean, if he's got to climb into it like that, and there's no sort of door here, but I'm not sure how that works. There must be an entrance way inside to it, because if you're in space, you have to get into the space pod. But anyway, that goes back on there, and the panel just fits on top. Just clips back down. Beautiful. Also, we'll go to the next section, which I believe is this button. Yep, pops up. And that opens up to the interior. Now, I'll have a little close interior in a minute. But it has these little hooks on here, and that's for these incarbonite pieces. So I believe they hook on this like that. Oh, I'm afraid hopefully I don't break anything. It's not like you can get this sort of like go back and replace it. They just don't have them to replace. Pull these up. 2. Slide down there. 3. Lucky last. There we go. And they just hang down like that. So we can put them into his little spots. Out of the way there. Oh, that one's come off. And there you go, they hang down just like that. With the hatch removed, you can see inside to the cargo bay. So it's got all this sort of elaborate area here. Now, I believe it all comes with little bags and things like that, so I'll hang them up and show you once it's completed. And there, and you can see down into the ship there. It's a bit hard to get in there. And there's like a cargo net there where he has things like that as well. Also, there's I think I have to take the side panel off. But there's a weapons rack there, so it comes with all these, a big load of weapons and bags and things like that. So when you look at the back, come down to the back, I think you can drop the, yeah, so the little hatch comes down here. And then you can see up inside the ship like that. So I'll put little weapons on and show you that. Also up the top here, there's another panel that comes off. All these little panels everywhere. Oh, there we go. There's a little panel there, pops up. And then there's a gun. Anyway, that gun pops up, I believe. There must be a way to do it, and I'm not doing it. There we go. The little gun pops up there and sinks back down. So let's have a look. I'll put little pieces in and have a look. So I've taken the side panel off here so you can see into the ship, and I've put the light down into it. So if we go around, you can see there's a little the cargo bay here. And there's little bags that he gets so that he's sort of like got his stuff in it to collect.
Now this here is actually a freeze chamber, so for carbon freezing, so you can carbon freeze the bounty he gets. Now you lift it up. I don't know if you can see there, but actually the figure I noticed there looks like Ripley from Aliens. Looks like the Ripley from Aliens character, frozen there. But also go around, and there's just here is the little weapons rack. So I can get in there and open up. There we go. Hope you can see in there. You can see the weapons there. Now I haven't put all of them in there because I need my long forceps, which I've got here. And I couldn't get my hands in there to press those little guns and everything. It comes with a lot of little guns. So if we can come around here and more in the light, just up there. It looks like I think it's supposed to be a toilet, and also a area. See if I can get down into it. You can see in there. It looks like a little toilet. What is that? That weapons rack thing. And a little panel comes off there, and you can see in there. And that's actually Grogu's, where Grogu sleeps. It's got a little in there. It's got a little little hammock there, and I think you can put his little satchel and everything in there, and that's where he sleeps. It's got a little panel here, and a little storage panel. So it goes back up. Yeah, so it came that panel just removes off there, and you can see where you sleep. It's all funny. They got like a little space toilet there. It's quite funny. We'll go up to the engines. Now, I've taken a couple of panels off the engines here. So you can see there, they come with all these panels. They all come off everywhere, and they got such great detailing there on the model. Very well detailed. It's just a shame that, like, inside it's not weathered, and I believe that Adam Savage from Tested, who was in Mythbusters, he weathered it and weathered it all up and come up beautifully. But the paint job's not too bad on it. And you can see inside the engines there. Down. So it is a rather detailed, very detailed replica of the ship. You can see down there. Going back up. It is such a big toy. So I'll put it all together and I'll put it on the flight stand. It comes with a stand. You take off the landing gear, and it sits in like a flight mode. So we'll have a look at that and finish up. And once you take the landing gear off, you can put it on this specially made stand that comes with it that says Star Wars The Mandalorian, and you can have it in this flight mode. Look like it's flying or taking off. Absolutely lovely. It's so big, I'm finding it hard to get around it in my toy room. Absolutely amazing. The detail on this, and the size, of course. You can see the Mandalorian in there, and then you can see little baby Grogu in the back in his little holder. But it's just the detail there. So in the show, he unscrews his like a little round knob on one of his control centers there, and they even got the thread there, so that he took the actual knob off and gave it to Grogu to play with. So just detail like that is really well done, and such an elaborate cockpit in there. Lovely. So there we go.
And there we have it, Haslab's the Mandalorian Razor Crest. And I had to clear the top of this cabinet off and rearrange my collection a bit just to house this beast. I mean, look at the size of it. As I said, it is massive. I probably won't keep the box up there. I'll have to put the box somewhere separate because it won't fit behind it. But I'll do a nice little display here. There's a couple of other Mandalorian sets, I believe, coming out. Sort of like cantina type sets. So I'll sit that there. And there you go. That's review-wise, I give this 10 out of 10. This is really well done. I mean, it actually looked great with some of the retro figures as well. Maybe I'll open up one of the retro Mandalorian figures and put them instead. But it's absolutely awesome, this tool. Absolutely lovely. So I hope you enjoyed the video, my review and unboxing of the Mandalorian Razor Crest. And so I hope you like and subscribe. And as Matt and I always say, keep on collecting.
I have spoken.